partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. There on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free, but we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
The score, Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Over the middle here to Brown. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 77 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Carried by number 8.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
3rd down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And a short gain here down to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Down at the 22-yard line. A 2-yard gain.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there. And that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
40-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Off the bootleg, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack.
A 34-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Pulls it in at the 13. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And now here's a carry heading left. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Cincinnati.
A great play there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point.
He is good.
Bullock good on the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get...
And all the way in for a Ravens Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 75 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 20, Bengals 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, Burrow. And incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
The ball
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Burrow. Being chased out left. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And down inside the 15 he goes. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far.
It was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
11 yards there, first down.
Bengals.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 28-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break.
17.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll start with a give to Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down.
19-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Brings up.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They run. It's Kamara. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. A give. This is Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
A 26-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know, Coach.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On the ground, this is Camara. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On the carry.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down and then some. 36 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Kamara trying the right side. They find some open field here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line.
He was brought
just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. And he puts it through.
It is good. Makes the score Bengals 30, Ravens 23. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. On the return, here's Hall. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The 2nd down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Coming left is Kamara. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Hey, report. Mike Bobo. Hey, middle.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Jackson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Throwing now is Jackson.
At the 23-yard line.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with time running out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game at 30 all. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now he'll pull it down. Now Burrow loses the football. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Patrick Queen just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. So that one will be accepted. Now a handoff looking right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Derek Rivers.
Not a bad idea to start overtime. Feed the hot hand.
And understand that when you're feeding that hot hand, everyone else is pretty much in agreement on it. You know, a team looks at their game and says, all right, who's playing really well? Let them touch the football, and we'll do our job to help them along.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best block.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Again, the ball carrier.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. First throw in overtime now for Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
On the play. And it's third down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Rivers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. The Bengals bring out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken around the 12. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Tackled by Logan Wilson.
Now Jackson off the bootleg. Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Switch.
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. They were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for the Ravens, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon.